Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Open Up Forum, where we talk about anything and everything and get your godly perspective on it. I'm here today with Rob, Little Lion, right there.
Good afternoon.
My boy Ronald McConaughey Head, and our boy Matt. Yeah, we got a perfect topic today. I think we're gonna talk about. Well, I don't know. I know we're gonna talk about America. Is America far gone to be a mortal nation? Moral nation.
I was going to say you botched that.
Yeah, moral nation. Moral nation. I was thinking.
Yeah,
else,
he butchered that, bro. He tore that one up.
I tore it up. But hey, we ain't nobody perfect in here.
That's
No,
right.
we're not.
That's right.
We're not.
Oh, okay.
But that's what practice is for.
Yeah, but that all
And
I'm
you
saying
didn't
is,
practice it.
That's because I don't remember the title. Didn't remember.
Exactly, you
I had to
remember.
read it right there. I had to read it.
Oh, get out of here.
When I
had
first shared the title with him, he said, "Oh man, that's great, man. Don't forget that." He said, "What is it again?" I felt.
I was like, I forgot that fast. I was like, shoot.
I was cracking up, bro. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
On the topic of America, I like this topic because it has a lot to do with what is going on in America today. As far as protesting, we recently had 2 citizens killed over the past 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks or 3 weeks? But I know last week,
Mm-hmm.
the most recent one was Alex Purdy, and he was shot multiple times. And the
By
whole
government
thing-
agents?
by
Yeah.
ICE.
ICE?
Yeah.
ICE?
Yeah, by
Yeah.
ice.
And this
You
happened.
didn't see the video?
You didn't see
I did not.
Oh, the
Oh.
video is wild.
It's crazy.
It's off
Yeah.
the charts. It's
It's in
ridiculous,
Minnesota,
bro.
Minneapolis.
Ridiculous.
So in the same general state where Renee Good was murdered,
Mm-hmm.
shot, killed. And all this is rallied up because of how Trump has these ICE agents rallying up to pull out his immigration policies,
Mm-hmm.
just going in and snatching people up. And the protesters are coming from people who's fighting against how it's being done, which it don't have to be done this way.
Mm-hmm.
And the moral part of it is to me, now it's not about Republican Democrats. It's about humanity.
Right and wrong.
Yeah, it's about, do we have humanity in this nation, the humility to look at a person and generally care for that person? Do we have that? Because ICE is not demonstrating that. Our administration, current administration, is not demonstrating that. Trump is not demonstrating that, because they, right after Alex got shot, Peretti, right after he got shot, he was a terrorist. They said, they put out there he was a terrorist, domestic terrorist, blah blah blah, and everybody went on that from the administration. They went on that,
Mm.
and now it's a pullback because we got to get investigation now.
Mm.
But it's already splattered through the whole nation that he was a, terrorist.
Mhm. Domestic
Some-
terror.
Yeah, domestic terrorist. So I'm like,
Mhm.
do we deserve administration like that? Do we deserve? I mean, to me, this is crazy, because I said it before. Leadership put this out there. Leadership put this out there, and now it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy to me, because now we got 2 people who died, and now we got protests happening right after that. We supposed to have protests today, this afternoon.
They
in-
are.
in-
They
in,
are.
Minnesota,
Is that right?
in California,
Mm-hmm. All over
we
the
got
country.
Denver, we got all over the country. We got protests, and it's growing. Not to mention, and the campaign is going with no national shutdown. That's what they call it,
Mm.
the national shutdown. And that's the leader who's leading these protests today and yesterday. They even got Bruce Springsteen to sing yesterday, because he wrote a song in reference to the shooting and killing and what's going on.
He wrote a song against it.
No, he wrote a song to, encourage the people. And I got to hear the song first. I never heard it, but I heard this morning that he did perform it. He wrote it and performed it for the people in Minnesota.
He was that moved by it.
Yep, he was that movie.
Yeah. Bruce Springsteen is fiery. That's a fiery dude, yo.
He from Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
We
We got quite a few. Isn't Bon Jovi from Jersey
Yeah,
too?
Bon Jovi. Yeah, he's Jersey. So,
Born in the USA guy, isn't he from?
Yeah,
That's Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, is it? He's
Yeah.
born in the USA.
Born in the USA.
Yeah.
Okay,
He got a movie too.
He wrote that song because of what he was saying and how you see that video and you're not moved, something's wrong with you. I'm serious. If you watch that video and you don't feel some sort of way after watching it, yeah, something's wrong.
But I guess my question to you guys would be: does Donald Trump really feel that this, with the immigrants, is more important than the other things than the other problems that's going on in America? Like, why is I know he made the promise that he was going to do this, right? He was going to get the immigrants out or whatever, or build a wall or whatever, right? So now, is this his thing that he's just trying to get, the immigrants out of here, and just like ignoring the, what I'm saying,
The other
problems
issues, the economy,
you
stuff
understand
like that,
what I'm trying to
right,
say? I
got
kind
you.
of don't think that should be the most important thing going on right now. You know what I mean? When everything is going up.
right?
He finally did something with the Fed. I'm glad there's a president, and I'm just going to tell you from the heart, I'm glad that there is a president of the United States who stands up to the Fed, to the Federal Reserve Bank. I'm proud of that about him, because listen, nobody's all bad or all good. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's one thing I have to say. I respect him for getting on the Fed, because no other president had that much nerve. No other except for Lincoln and Kennedy, and they
both got killed. So, but to that, I'll say, wait for the rest of that story to come out, because there's gonna be more to that story. I agree that there's other issues that's more important than immigration.
Way more important.
Yeah, and I've been saying that for a minute. But this is one of the things that they're using to deflect from releasing the Epstein files, which are still coming out. And as I said many times before, and you heard me, those things are powerfully dangerous. So Trump, when he made the statement that he didn't want to release them because, well, we release them without redacting some things because a lot of people's reputation could be damaged. Yeah. Those there's nothing good about those files that's coming out. The emails, the tapes, the videos, they haven't even released the videos yet. You've seen some of the pictures, and the pictures themselves are like,
But
you can't sit here and watch these things play out in the news and come to the conclusion that the people that's involved in these things are decent people. There's no way. No way. Everybody got a little bit of freak in them. That's true. Right? But this is like, one comedian said, it's Diddy times 12. He's like, this is like, Diddy was like, he was like a choir boy compared to these. But should we be surprised? Because you're talking about rich people who feel as though they're above the law. So should we really be surprised at this? Should we?
I
don't think so.
My issue with this is, right, why is it so important when one guy does it or another guy does it, when all of them actually get down like that anyway? They all do. So why is it so important with Diddy? Why are you bashing Diddy? You know what I'm saying? And Donald Trump, okay, he doesn't want his stuff out. You know what I'm saying? The other people who wants his stuff out probably been doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
So, and if they do let these files out, you're probably going to see, like, the same people who were talking about him was in that file too.
Yeah. Some of them. There's some of them.
So, I mean, this is how they get down. We all know this. We all know this.
But I think
We all know this.
I think the key part, and we know this that what they do is they using underage
Children.
Yeah, but that's not new.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
they've been
what I'm
doing
saying
that.
is though, but that's
know?
not. That's what I'm talking about. This is why we talking about
How are you
moral.
gonna stop them from doing what they do?
Morally, are we that far gone in America that we're morally doing wrong?
We can come back, but yeah, we're out there.
This is what I'm talking
We're
about.
out there in the middle of the
Are we-
ocean
Are we
on a canoe.
morally a nation, as a nation, morally corrupt nation?
Well, if the government is a reflection of the people, then that speaks for itself.
You said it, leadership.
All right, but
Here's
We
the,
go back
here's,
to
here's
leadership.
the problem that I'm having with the reflection.
Mhm.
This is a bad example because the only president in my life that I've ever heard say these words is Donald J. Trump.
Mhm.
And he said, nothing can stop me.
Mm.
We ain't talking about the rap song.
Yeah,
He all the way up?
Nothing can stop me
He all the way
except for my ego and my morality. He said that.
Yeah.
You owe me a Coca-Cola. He said that. And I've never heard anybody else as a president or even a congressman say that.
I hate to say it, but that's kind
I
of
never
the truth.
even heard a pastor say that.
But that's kind of the truth, though.
I
isn't
never
it?
heard a teacher or a principal of a school say that.
That's the truth,
But
though.
what is his moral?
I hate to say it, but
what
that's
is his morals? Though?
Listen,
And when he said it,
Then
now,
that's-
don't
that's
ask
not
me.
true.
Don't
Yeah,
ask
listen,
me.
listen.
Don't
Listen,
ask
when
me
he
what
said
his
it,
morals
It was
are.
pertaining to Greenland, right?
He was what?
It was when he said it. It was pertaining to Greenland, whether he would attack Greenland
Or not.
or not.
Right.
So when he said that, it was pertaining, taking control of Greenland
Mhm.
to make it a part of the United States.
But
And he's at the time he was saying he could take it forcefully.
if he
could
wanted
use
to.
military arms if he wanted.
But can you
He was
just
wrong.
do that?
No.
Like, can you
No.
just do that?
No.
No, all that. You see, this is what we trying to say. His moral compass is not a morality.
Here's when you
of-
take that and go.
Yeah, it's not his moral compass. It's like I don't even know how to explain it.
I got the
It's
perfect.
crazy.
I have the perfect word, right? He's a megalomaniac.
Megalomaniac. That's
He's a megalomaniac.
and you know what?
You understand what I'm saying? He's narcissistic. He needs therapy real bad.
and I think and a lot of
Because
that.
he's something like he's not. And I believe he's psychotic. You know, there's just
Yeah, you said that last
many-
time. He's
Uh-huh.
psychotic.
It's just so many, things that you could say that that he
And I
he
think
is. But should he be a leader of the United States of
That's
America?
That's what we say.
He's basically
You
the Joker,
understand?
and we need Batman. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I would say that
Batman not gonna come.
I
don't think
would
we
hear
gonna have
that.
to do it.
When he made that statement, you said it was pertaining to Greenland, which is true.
Mhm.
But for him, it's across the board. He believes that because when he was first running for president, he said, "Yeah, you can pretty much do what you want when you're rich and famous,
Yeah, he said, and then he said
He
he
said
shoot
that.
somebody
and get away with it."
In America?
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, he said he could go out and shoot somebody and get away with it.
Yeah. He said he would get away and not lose any followers, any
I thought
supporters.
you was gonna say he said not losing his sleep.
Oh.
I was ready to
But
say,
my
yeah,
thing
he is
is-
a maniac.
Yeah, and I think it's pride and it's knowing you got power,
Mhm,
the authority to do things,
mhm.
but he's doing everything his way and not the right way.
And that's the problem because he said he can't nobody stop him, but technically everything he's done has been wrong
Mm-hmm.
because he made these
Well, not
appointments.
everything, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because he
Just
got to
give
go
me
through
the crack,
Congress.
Yeah, you gotta go through Congress.
He didn't go to Congress. He didn't go
ain't
through Congress for
Congress to
anything.
do
Okay.
So he's
And that's the law. That's why.
yeah, he's
I
wrong.
think when they get enough numbers in Congress, they're gonna impeach him.
And
Well,
he's
he
fighting.
should-
He's fighting against that
impeached right
now. Yep.
It should
Yeah.
be.
You
They
owe
ain't
me a
impeached, he
Coca-Cola.
should
I'm
be
racking
impeached
up
right
that.
You know,
Yeah, he should be.
He's
impeached
fighting that right
but
now.
right
You're
well,
right
now-
about
and
that.
impeach is just to bring charges.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
When
they
you
will
actually get
remove him.
out.
Yeah, but they.
Who will?
I'm just saying
When they get the new Congress in,
yeah, when they
they're
get-
going to impeach him and remove him.
This is why.
Well,
this-
See, the last time he got
should
impeached.
already be impeached. He should already
I agree
have
with
charges.
you. You're right about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You're right about
But
that.
the removal, that's gonna be the hard part.
Yeah, but they're gonna get that done. I think that they were supposed to do it last time. See, the last time, and I was trying to tell people this, man, but people don't be listening.
Did it twice.
Mike Pence was the man.
I can't believe he did it twice.
Yeah, this is gonna be the third time. Mike Pence was the man. If they would have impeached him and removed Trump, you had Mike Pence as the president. I'm about to say the quarterback. You had him as the president moving forward for the next 2 years of the first administration. Everything would have been different. We're not in this situation. We're not in this situation. America doesn't get Joe Biden. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
America doesn't get Joe Biden because Joe Biden was Trump's kryptonite.
They were rivals,
Joe
right?
Biden was just going to beat Trump down. And if he didn't, come down with, or can't say come down, if he didn't have the cancer that he had while he was in office and he was able to run again with full capacitance, he would have beat Trump again.
Mm-hmm.
He would have did that easy. Now, my whole issue with Trump making that statement is exactly what I said. He applies that to everything, and it doesn't apply to him as the president. Maybe as a CEO of his business, because he said his family is running his businesses now.
Mhm.
Maybe as in that capacity, yeah. But as the president of the United States, no, man. The people, you're a servant of the people, and the people can't shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
But they got to vote to shut it down.
Yep.
Or else we're going to have another Russian Revolution where they would just run into the White House and grab you and your family. We don't want to see what happened in Russia happen over here. We don't want to see that. But if he keeps pushing, America, we say we ain't killers, but don't push us.
Yeah. Don't push me.
We'll
Ain't
get
no
that.
killer, but don't push me.
And so the moral issue,
Tupac.
the moral issue is you look at moral. Moral simply means right and wrong standards. Standards of right and wrong that's been established that people agree upon. Killing somebody is wrong,
Mhm.
right?
Well, unless you're killing them in
In
self-defense.
Well, yeah, somebody. If you think about killing them without being in self-defense, there's 3 different levels of that, right? You got what? Premeditated.
Mhm.
You got spur of the moment, right? And then you got the whole
Plan.
well, that's premeditated. Plan is
Oh, yeah,
premeditated. You got
premeditated.
spur of the moment, and then you had the accidental, right?
Accidental.
Accidental. So if you know that killing somebody is wrong and you're dealing with not self-defense, then the court is basically saying you got another option that you had on the table. We say this about police officers all the time. Remember when black police officers was shooting black people just because they black?
Mhm.
Remember that?
Mhm.
What were we saying? They're training. They're not following their training. They're not going with their training. Because
Yeah.
the first thing that you're trained to do as a police officer is you're trained to disarm the assailant. You have to disable them. That don't mean kill them and then take their weapon. That means you shoot them in the arm, you shoot them in the leg, you shoot them in the hand, you shoot them somewhere that's going to make them think twice about doing whatever it is they're going to do.
Mhm.
You're going to try to slow them down. You're going to try to stop them. So morality is establishing that which is good and bad collectively. So we have laws that help us do that, right?
Mhm. Supposedly. Oh,
Not killing somebody is one of those
but
laws.
let me say one thing. Do y'all remember they had the guy trained? I think it might have been state troopers. They were trained by this guy, and they said that his training was against black people. Was like,
Oh,
you
okay.
remember? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
And they had to take the people that they trained and retrain them.
I remember
because
that.
this
I remember
guy
that. Yeah.
Was supposedly he was against black. He didn't like black
Yeah,
people.
he was racist.
And that's the way, and
Racist training.
and that's the way he trained these people.
yeah.
Mhm.
So they got him. I don't know what they did. I don't know if he went to jail or not. I don't know what they did with him. But I know they don't let him do any more trainings.
Yeah.
And they had to retrain.
I remember they
other
had to
people.
retrain a whole
Remember that?
lot
Yeah.
of officers because
So-
he went across the country training people.
But I only say
Wow.
that to say it could be their training to shoot black people. It could be their training. Because
Either way, that was the argument.
We had that happen.
I think
Yeah.
each situation had its own, reasons why
Mhm.
they shot him. Could have been fear. They were scared.
It could have
I
been they
know-
were
I
just
remember- I
racist, like
remember-
Bruh said.
I remember one incident, particularly, I'm just thinking top of my head. The guy got pulled over with his girlfriend, and the guy in the car, he said, "Yo, I do have a weapon."
He did have,
they
yeah.
shot him
I
up.
remember
He
the
had
shot.
not
him.
known they
on
shot him,
camera.
shot him
Yeah,
right there,
yeah.
and the girl
Yeah.
was screaming, and I
Mm.
said, "Yo, he looked like he was scared. He
Yeah.
looked like a little rookie officer Just pull the trigger.
But
Ah!
what I don't get is why did he
That's
have his gun out? Why did he have his gun
Yeah,
out?
there was no reason to have his
Right.
gun out. That's what I'm saying.
You pull
The
a car over
training,
and you
the
take
training.
your gun out?
Fear.
Mm. And the cops, all the cops that did that, tried to use that as an argument.
Yeah.
But
They
now
were
they
they were
have-
in fear for their life.
Yeah.
How you gonna be in fear for your life as a man is running away from you?
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
back
and you're
is
shooting him in
turned
the
to
back,
you,
and
and you're
yeah.
shooting him in the back. Okay, let's look at the ICE incident because this is the video. When you get a chance, I want you to take a look at it because, like you said, the president made that statement without getting all the facts,
Mhm.
and that's wrong.
In his whole
Go back to
administration.
morality. This is his morality,
With
right?
Kathy.
So when you look at the video, they sprayed the man in the eyes. They pepper sprayed him in the eyes.
Okay.
Mhm.
He ain't seeing nothing. He ain't gonna be able to get his gun.
Yeah.
They took his gun away.
Oh, he did have a gun.
They
Yeah,
took
he
they
did
took
have
it.
a gun.
He has a right to carry.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has
He's
a-
licensed.
He was licensed.
So they
He
took
was a nurse
they took the gun away,
for the VA.
right? They took the gun away, right?
Mhm.
After they sprayed him in the face, took the gun away, jumped on him. Yeah, like how many? 6, 7, maybe 8 of them.
Yeah.
Jumped on him. One guy was beating him in the head with a gun.
Yeah.
I told you when
Pistol
you watch.
whipping the guy?
Yes, beating the guy in the head.
I ain't never heard
While
of that.
everybody else is
I
on the
never heard of
pile.
Police pistol. Well, not good police.
And I see, look.
Crooked police and pistol whipping.
Look,
guys.
man.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm trying to say. These ICE agents, we was talking about this yesterday. ICE agents are what qualifications do they have?
They had some.
Yeah, they had some qualifications, but it seems like to me
Trump
that-
just said,
yeah,
"We don't need this.
yeah,
We don't need this.
yeah, exactly.
We don't need
These
this."
look like these are guys who was probably trying to be law enforcement and then
Couldn't
they-
pass it.
Yeah, couldn't
Mm.
pass it or couldn't get
Didn't make the
and,
qualifications.
and Trump comes and say, "Well, we'll hire you."
Yeah.
It'd be
All you
me,
gotta do is just
nice.
say you
They
agree with
probably,
me.
they probably failed the psychiatric part.
Yeah,
And
that's
that,
what I'm
my
saying.
brother,
That-
is the main issue.
Yep, that's the main
That's the
issue.
main issue.
Now, ain't
because-
nobody questioning the guys who was on top of this guy, hitting him and then shooting him, right?
Nope.
Multiple times.
So he was unarmed
So
when
anyway-
they shot him, right?
Yep.
Because y'all said they took his gun.
They took
Yeah.
his gun and then they shot him.
Matter of fact, this is how bad it was. People who are advocating on the side of ICE, they're trying to promote the idea that ICE was innocent. ICE did the right thing. They're trying to say the guy had 2 guns. And I'm sitting there saying, "Oh boy, this guy had no 2 guns." If you look at the video, you can tell it wasn't 2 guns.
Yeah.
Right. So
Man walked out with the gun he had. He walked out, put it like this, and walked out when they was beating him up.
He put the gun down.
He put it and took it somewhere else.
Or he was just holding on. To
He
the
had the gun and took it.
so
And they
And
were
they saw
saying,
him, clearly
they
saw
said,
him.
and they
Right.
reported it that he still had the gun when they shot him.
and he didn't have it.
And he
Yeah,
didn't.
he
have it.
didn't have
No,
it.
and they didn't just shoot him once.
Nope.
They shot him
Multiple
about
times.
6 or more times.
Yeah. Pop, 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 pop.
The first shot you see the guy goes down and he's down. He's moving. He's not
Yeah.
moving anymore. And then they just unloaded. Pop, 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 pop. So I'm sitting there saying to myself, if you had the proper training, that would have never happened. Just like with the police officers in killing African Americans. If you had the proper training, if you relied on your proper training, that would have never happened. You don't do a traffic stop and then the person ends up dead, especially when they don't have any type of weapon on them at all.
Mhm.
And if you having a hard time distinguishing between the cell phone and the gun, you should not be in law enforcement on any capacity. If you can't tell the difference between a cell phone and a gun, or even yet a wallet, because you got black wallets,
Mhm.
we can't tell the difference between a black wallet and a gun. Should you be in law enforcement? Should you be at work at that? Should you be working that day? Should you be at work that day?
Nope.
Should you be out in the field? Maybe you should be behind the desk.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Write these reports up.
But the moral thing is knowing the difference between good and wrong, having that established. That's the moral. Is America too far gone to be a moral nation? Well, and in this country today, we're calling right wrong and wrong right.
Mhm.
So people are questioning what is moral, what is right, what is wrong.
Mhm. Mhm.
We got this thing called free will. The law says we had this thing called the right to pursuit of life.
Mhm.
The pursuit of life. That's kind of like a
I think
gray
it's like
area.
Life in the Pursuit of Happiness or something like that. I
Right.
think you're talking about.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's kind of a gray area for a lot of people because you got people that want to marry trees. Crazy, right? You got people that want to marry robots. You got people that want to marry their pets. That's morally not right, right? We all agree with that, right? That's
It
kind of
takes all
strange.
kinds, but
Yeah.
that's a little strange for me.
Yeah, it's strange. So we're in that area now in society where killing we know is wrong,
Mhm.
but you got people that don't see anything wrong with killing.
Mhm.
Well, certain people anyway.
Yeah, that's
They-
what I'm talking
they-
about. Certain
they-
people.
Yeah.
Certain people.
But I have to say though,
It's crazy.
Like my little brother is in the Baltimore police department,
All right.
and he said that there's a white side of the town and there's a black side of the
Oh,
town.
right.
Right. He
Mhm.
said, of course, they mix from here and
Mhm.
time to time,
Mhm.
but he said that with the poor white people and the
Mhm.
poor black people, he said he
Is
said
it cool?
he said it's the same thing.
Oh, they got
Yeah,
they got
he said
beef.
he said they no. What I'm saying is, you know how the black community is, how it's beat down and everybody.
Oh,
selling
beat up,
drugs,
yeah,
this,
yeah,
that, and the
yeah,
third. Well, he said that the
Same
poor
way.
white people in Baltimore
The same
was
way.
doing the same exact thing.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
said, "What's no difference between the two?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
You
that.
understand what I'm saying? So we're not talking about rich or poor. I mean,
That's what
I'm
I'm
sorry, we're not talking about black or white.
Black or
Right,
white,
right.
We actually talking about
Rich and poor.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
You know
why-
what I'm saying?
That's why I
Right, right.
mentioned
So
humanity.
if it's the same thing here as it is here, then
What's the
only
problem?
top can change it. And how are you going to change anything when you're out of control yourself?
And that's
Trump is out of control.
but we
How
all
you
know
gonna-
that, but that's where we come in with our voices. When you go into that room and you sign your name, the thing that should be on your mind is we gotta get this guy out of here. You gotta use your Barry White voice for that one. We gotta get this guy out of here. Let me put this guy out of here. So if we take control and we keep doing what we're doing, because they just had a report out a couple of days ago that the boycotts, and I'm still surprised to see the boycotts going, but I'm advocating, I'm promoting that. Let's keep the boycotts going.
Mhm.
They're taking their toll. A lot of the big businesses, corporations that were backing Trump
Mhm.
are starting to fall back
They
now.
pull out. They're
Mhm.
pulling away.
Yeah. And
'Cause they
that's
getting hurt by what he's
that
doing. the
dollar.
tariffs.
Yeah.
that dollar.
Mhm.
And speaking of the tariffs, I'm glad you brought that up. This is tax season coming up. A lot of people think they're gonna get a lot of money back. A lot of people gonna be in for a big surprise
Why?
because the money that they think they're getting back, they're gonna lose that real quick because the tariffs have not been taken down. They're still up. Tariffs are a tax. You're actually paying taxes throughout the year because of the tariffs.
Yeah, but they didn't tax the American people. The tariffs is with different
The tariffs,
things.
but the
the
tariffs,
nations and stuff
the
like
tariffs
that.
hikes affect the American people.
You're paying
You're
more.
paying more.
But we're gonna have to look at that one because I hope you're wrong. I hope
I'm
that.
telling you. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I hope
researching
that's
for
not
yourself,
true. I'm
my
gonna have
brother.
to definitely look into that.
Yeah,
Well, I'll tell you
yeah.
after I get my taxes back.
When he tax other people, guess we get affected.
But that's what I understood. I understood the taxes were against nations.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
nations,
But
not
we-
even.
we get goods from
But
them
then,
other nations.
yeah,
And when they got to pay more to ship it or receive it,
right.
guess
Because of
who?
the tariff,
Guess who pay?
we do.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, well,
That's
yeah,
it.
well.
Yeah, and the part about the Fed thing, he was trying to get the Feds to cut the interest rates,
Right.
and the Feds wouldn't do it. Jerome Powell wouldn't do it, and Trump just went off, man. He's like, "Oh, this guy's a clown. He's crooked and all this stuff." And he said, Biden did the wrong rule. He messed up when he put him in there. Biden didn't put him in there. Trump did.
Well, you did it and forgot.
Yeah.
You can say he forgot.
You can say he forgot.
I would say that's
At
that.
one time, he was
blaming
blaming. He was blaming Biden for everything.
That's it. I guess he said, "Why stop now?"
Democrats, he blamed them for
He's still
everything.
doing that.
Yeah.
He's
That's
still
all right.
doing that.
That's
And
all right.
and so now they put somebody else in there and they're trying to get him to do that. Now here's the problem. Here's why I said there's more to the story. Trump went out and his family invested in crypto. They started their own crypto company.
Mhm.
The dollar right now is the weakest it's ever been in the past 5 years.
Mhm.
So when you look at the fact that the dollar has been weakened under the Trump administration, you look at what happened with crypto. Every time he was manipulating the market, it was to get money into the crypto business.
Mhm.
Now crypto itself is taking a tumble.
Mhm.
So the world economy is on edge. And that's why the threat of war is becoming more and more possible. It's becoming more of a reality now. Because one thing you can't mess with is people's money.
Mhm.
You know that. I know that. Sean, you know that. Matt, you know that. But when people mess with your money, the first thing you're going to do is get concerned.
Yes.
Like you owe somebody owe you money. I'm not gonna say you owe somebody money. Somebody owe you money, and you see them coming out the store shopping, and they owe you like $200-300. What's the first thing that's gonna come to your mind? You see them coming out the store
Got
shopping.
that for me.
Where my money?
Let me get that.
Right. And now you're talking about
Yo,
this.
Tip,
You're
where
talking
my
about
money?
you're doing this on a national level,
Mhm.
right? So a nation see that you owe them money, they're gonna be like, hey man, where my money? Where my money you owe me? And that's the attitude that Trump came into office with concerning other countries, but he wasn't aware of the history concerning how the other countries were paying America.
Mhm.
See, I forget who said it, but somebody said it. They said it best. They said, don't surround yourself with yes men.
Yeah.
Don't surround yourself with people that's going to tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Surround yourself with people that's knowledgeable, that's going to do the right thing,
Yeah.
even if it means going against you.
Yeah.
Trump didn't do that. The first thing he did when he came into office, he got rid of everybody that could oppose him.
Yeah. He did.
Got rid of it. And then he said he brought the smartest minds in, because you remember Doge came into office,
Mhm.
right? He brought them in. He didn't go through Congress to do that.
Mhm.
You see how much of a fiasco that turned out to be.
Mhm.
And that just set the country on the path that it's on right now. And that's how we got where we are today.
Yeah.
So when Trump says the only thing that could stop him is his ego and his morality,
Well, that's a true statement, though. I hate to say it, but that is a true statement.
But you got
it's only
That's
true
what-
in his
that's
mind.
what- well, all
I'm
of
just
us.
saying we just gotta you gotta look at the person who's saying it. Because
That's
that's
what I'm
it.
saying. Don't you believe that that's true in your
Yeah.
life also?
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Don't you?
Me?
You got
Yeah.
a credible. You got a credible.
The thought has crossed my mind.
That's
The thought has
that's
crossed
like
my
the
mind,
regular
but the answer came to me that it's not necessarily true. And the reason why is because even though I'm a husband and I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm an uncle, I'm a cousin, I'm an employee, I'm a coworker, right? I'm a colleague, I'm a citizen. All of those things mean that I'm responsible for something and I'm held accountable by somebody.
Somebody. Yeah,
So I can't just do whatever the heck I want to do.
that's true.
I can't say whatever. And being in Christ, more
But
importantly,
what keeps you
being
is your
in Christ,
morality. That's then you're saying right now. You're
the
saying
truth,
you that you
It-
agree
it's
with
the-
that statement.
the truth is what keeps us. The truth is what moves us. The truth is what determines where we end up.
But God, if you can't control your ego or your mentality, I mean your morality, then you're
What can
you're
control
nothing.
it? Though?
So
I agree with that. Perfect statement.
I say
So what can
I
do
say
that?
The only thing that can mess you up is your ego and your morality. That sounds like a true fact. I'm
Right.
surprised that it came out of his mouth, but that's true.
But
That's
if
true
you-
with everybody.
If you look at it, okay,
If you got an ego, if your ego's out of control,
nothing can stop you.
Let me give you a mirror, right?
Uh-huh.
He said a mirror.
If your ego
Mhm.
is out of control,
Mhm.
you look in the mirror, you're gonna see Donald Trump because his ego is out of control. Okay.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
was
saying-
just saying okay, so if you look
your
in the
ego-
mirror,
even
your
your
ego
ego
is out of
affect
control.
other people around you, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You're held
yeah,
accountable.
in a
You're held
bad
accountable.
way. If your ego is not intact, you have to keep your ego
Yeah,
intact.
but
You have to keep your ego in check,
exactly.
and you have to keep your morality high.
Now
You can't
he-
be like a
but
low morale
I think
person
Ronnie
and
said,
think you're gonna make heaven or whatever.
no, but I'm just saying, Ronnie's saying what makes your ego correct. Keep your ego in check. What is
Well,
that?
you. Who else could keep your ego in check other than you?
I say God uses mankind to execute his plan, right? But we had this thing called the spirit. And the first thing that jumps out concerning that really separates everything is the truth. The scripture says the man that listened to it, the leader that listened to lies makes all of his servants wicked.
Hmm.
So when Trump heard that they killed this guy, the protester, Alex Petty, right?
Purdy, I think you said.
It's
And
pretty.
and they killed him.
Patty. Okay. Pretty. Okay.
They gave him a story
Mm-hmm.
without checking the facts. They gave him a story, said, oh, he was a terrorist, he was this, he had a gun, he came there to kill ICE agents. None of that is true.
And he just ran with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he just ran with it. So in that kind of instance, he should have had enough sense, common sense, to look at, first of all, who was bringing him the news.
Mhm.
Mr. President, this is what happened. You got to look at this guy that's bringing you this news.
Mhm.
I think David did that when they came with the who got killed, when he told me this messenger came running them. They looked at him like, oh, okay, all right, see this guy, see what we got to say, okay.
Mhm.
Trump didn't do none of that.
Nope.
Trump was like, oh, that's what happened? Okay, yeah, oh, yeah.
Put that out.
He was a terrorist.
Hmm.
First of all, that's offensive.
Yeah.
You had terrorists sitting around watching this report saying, you know, I know. He said, he's not terrorist. Who he killed? He's an ICU nurse, right?
Get out of here.
Yeah, intensive care unit. That's right to say. ICU,
Yeah,
intensive care.
I see you.
And those people,
Nurse.
hats off to the ICU workers
Tough-
because they do their
tough
thing.
nurse.
They do their thing. Matter of fact, hats off to police officers, fire department officials, and everything, workers and everything. Hats off to all civil servants because that's a tough job.
Emergency response.
Because this administration is putting anybody that's working in civil service under a ton of weight, man. It's a heavy burden because if you're in the military right now, you might get an order that's illegal, and you're going to be torn between obeying that order, which you really don't have to do according to the UCMJ. You don't have to obey that order if it's illegal, and then trying to do what's right according to your service to the country, right?
Mhm.
Because that's how people are looking at it. Like I said, we got to the point in the society today where we're calling right wrong and wrong right.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
people are being pulled left and right because, like we said last program, we talked about the state of the country where we got a division between the left and the right, Republicans and Democrats, right? Liberals and conservatives. We're all divided on these things because of these labels. But everybody has a little bit of liberal in them, everybody, and everybody has a little bit of conservative in them,
Mhm.
everybody. So whether you live in what's called a quote unquote red state, you still have a little bit of Democrat in you.
Mhm.
Whether you live in what's called a quote unquote blue state, you still have a little bit of Republican in you, right? The most conservative people I know in this country are African Americans. We are some conservative people, bro. Come on, man. Tell me something different.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Finish.
And we're
what you said.
also very liberal.
Mhm.
We are very liberal. We believe in living your life freely.
Mhm.
Bruh, we believe in that. We believe in living your life freely. We believe in pursuing your goals.
Mhm.
We believe in reaching for your dreams. We believe in that. We also believe that you can't go too far. See,
Mhm.
that's the liberal part is pursuing, right?
Mhm.
Going all out, doing all you can. But then the conservative part is being rational with
Right.
it, being reasonable.
Mhm.
That's it.
That's the conservative part.
Yeah.
You know, we all know somebody that was tight with the coins.
Mhm.
You know, we all know somebody that didn't care about the coins.
Mhm.
I was like that.
Didn't care.
I didn't care about money,
Mhm.
not at all. I'll give it away. It didn't matter. Now, ugh, that's a little bit different.
Well, don't you do the all I find, all I keep thing. Remember that?
Yeah, all I find, all I keep. Yeah,
As
yeah.
long as you don't, you know.
Yeah, but what's
Oh,
your
that's
take
got
on it? I
knocked your
mean,
mentality.
do you agree? Do you see that this country has that? Everybody has a little of this in them. Everybody has a little bit of that. It's all a blend, but people are trying to define themselves by choosing a side that might not be them.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? There's people that's identifying as conservative, and they may not be conservative
Mhm.
at all.
Yeah.
So morale.
Yeah.
That's the general spirit and attitude that people have.
Right.
Is morale in the country high? Is morale in the country low? On one side, if you look at these protests, morale is high
Mhm.
because they're marching, boycotting. Man, we're praying, we're fasting, we're making our supplications known. We're going to the churches with this, bro.
Yeah.
And let me say this too. Shout out to the churches. I'm proud of the churches because they're stepping up and they're saying, listen, if we got to put our bodies on the line, that's what we're going to do.
Mhm.
bro. I don't recall any time. I was born in 1965, so that was before my time.
Ooh.
The civil rights movement, the marches, and all that.
Mhm.
And the church was doing the same thing. If we got to put our
Right around
bodies,
your time,
Yeah,
right
right
around
around.
when you were born.
right?
Yeah.
That's probably why I was born. When you look at how when you look at how the churches stood up then, collectively across the country coming together,
Mhm.
we're getting that now.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Across
Country.
across the country.
So the moral issue is a different story. Are we too far gone to be a moral nation? To get, you said we can get back to it. We can get it back. Do you really believe that?
You know, when I think about you know, like it's like we said, you know, time and time again, right? The biggest problem, I believe, in my personal opinion, the biggest problem in America is we get bad information all the time.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? If we can get, you know, like, because if you look at the information that we're given, it looks like there's no chance for America.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like. But if you really want to know, the real information is that there's more good people than bad people in America, but they don't focus on the good people. You
Mhm.
understand?
I got what you're saying,
They
yeah.
focus on the bad people, and that's the problem. That's why there's a problem among the poor, which the poor should not have a problem with each other. You
I
understand
agree
what
with
I'm
that.
saying? They should not have a problem with each other. You trying to fight me, and I don't got nothing either. You know what I'm saying? Go to the people who got it.
But that's the psychological
You know?
manipulation part.
Yeah, of course. But it's controlled by the information that we receive.
Yeah.
They're
And
just pumping bad stuff. That's all they do.
That's exactly what's going on with Fox News and the far rights. Sound like a music group, right? But it's not. The reality is these guys spend 90% of their time telling the American public that watch their shows that everybody that's messing up this country are Democrats and people who stand with left-leaning ideas.
Mhm.
That's not true. That is not true. Trump was the one that said all illegal immigrants are murderers and killers.
All of them.
And they ran with that story. And I know people who support Trump who believed that.
Well, of course.
They
Some
believe
people
that.
believe everything they hear.
Now, here's the problem.
Most people believe everything they hear.
One of the reasons that I feel the way
That's
I
the
do
problem.
about the whole situation is because every time I hear these things, the first thing that come out of my memory bank is what I learned in Black history. That's what they said about us.
Mhm.
That's what they said about us.
Yeah, that's true.
We was animals, savages.
Yeah.
We was animals.
We were the reason
Savages.
why the country was all messed up,
Yep.
right? I mean, the stereotypes of Black people was so bad.
Mhm.
We had to get on our own people when they started agreeing with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, well, if I'm going to be this, I might as well go and act like this.
Yeah.
No.
Don't
You
do
fight that.
Yep.
You fight that, bro.
Fight it.
You fight that. You go to your grave fighting that negative
Mhm.
stereotype.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
see,
that's
Pop-
what they say about these people to get them to fall in line with them. So when he said, "Oh yeah, the illegal immigrants are coming for your jobs," they come. First, he said they come for Black jobs.
Yeah, I remember the black
Mhm.
and white jobs. Yeah.
And we
Black
like, what
jobs
is a
and white
Black
jobs.
job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He really showed his racism.
So do you
He showed
see
his
the
racist side with
undertones
that one.
here? You see the undertones,
Yeah.
the moral
They want us to be for
fabric.
them.
The moral fabric that this guy is walking in the suit that he's wearing in, it's not stitched together because see, it's not the mark or the measure of a man is not in the clothing that he's wearing, it's in the stitching that holds it together. So when you look at how he's walking, the
I'm gonna have to
stitching,
listen to that on YouTube. 'Cause
the stitching,
what he just said, I don't even know.
the stitching that holds it together is inferior. So when you get that thread and you pull that one piece of thread, the whole thing
Unravel.
is going to unravel.
Yeah.
But when the stitching is supreme, the stitching is right, it's secure, ain't gonna be no string in the first place.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So the problem
You said
with
that thing.
so the whole problem with the issue that is presented that we're presenting to the country today to think about, we want y'all to think about this. Where do you stand on this issue? Is America too far gone to be a moral nation? What do you say about that? Because that is a very real question that we have to decide before the next presidential election.
Mhm.
I think America is moving in that direction now to give you an answer. And the Democratic Party has some people that are powerhouses. You don't like Gavin Newsom as a president.
Oh yeah,
You rather-
I'll take him, but
You got your own choice. You
I
rather
don't see any
have
I would
difference.
take
you have
Really.
Kamala going.
I don't see any.
yeah, if Kamala, if she runs again, I'll probably vote for her.
You have anybody on the
But I don't
Republican
think.
side?
I think if I don't, to be honest with you, I think if Kamala runs again, I think Gary Newsom ain't gonna run.
Okay. Do you have anybody on the
I think-
Republican side?
Republican side, nope, not at this point.
You don't see anybody.
I don't see
worthy,
nobody.
right? Ain't nobody gonna save us. We
Because you know
gotta
what?
save ourselves.
Nope, nobody. Because you know
No,
why?
nobody.
Nobody. They gotta. You know what it is?
What?
Because for me, everybody who's in the Republican Party right now, who's David scared of Trump, will let him do what he want. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
And not speaking up. I'm like, there are some who speak up against certain things,
And
but I don't know them. You know what I'm saying?
right, you haven't researched them thoroughly.
Yeah, I
yet.
haven't researched them thoroughly, and I'll probably get there when the time comes,
Okay.
and I'll research all.
That's
of them.
good.
But right now, nobody. There's
Right.
nobody.
So I like what you said because there are some Republicans that are just unfortunately, a lot of them aren't going to run for re-election. A lot of them are just retiring.
Mhm.
I don't know if they're going to throw their name in the hat to run for president, but I feel like if you're going to make that move in 2028 to step outside of your party because you feel as though you need to present a better option for the American public for the Republican ticket, I think now is the time as a Republican for you to start standing up against the Trump
Yep.
policies.
Yep.
After seeing all that you've seen,
Mhm.
No, you kind of say not all of them. Some of the stuff that he's doing is not, I mean, he's not totally bad.
Who?
Trump,
He's
not totally bad.
Not
He's
totally
doing
bad.
some things that should have
Okay,
been
name
done.
them.
Well, see, I'm about to put my foot in my mouth because and you know
Name
why? And you know why I say because
at least you're honest
okay,
about it.
okay, no.
Honest about it.
All right, the Reserve Bank, the Federal Reserve Bank,
Right.
right? Him coming out there, I think that's not bad, right?
Okay.
I think him wanting to change the education system is good, but I think he may have put the wrong person in office.
And
I can go on and on. There's
but there's
he's
a
not
motive
all
behind
bad.
it. There's a motive behind that
Yeah,
that
you
you're
got
not paying attention
What-
to,
what is
Chief.
this? What is this?
Okay, so the monetary system. These cats are working on their own bank. His
Right.
family.
Right.
What do you think that's about?
Well, at least he's got the balls to say something about it. A lot of
He-
presidents didn't have
he
the
takes-
balls to say anything about the Federal Reserve Bank.
A lot of presidents
Most of them
weren't
don't.
trying to
Most
start
of
up
them
a
will not.
financial system to compete with the bank because they were trying to get the money from the American people.
Yeah.
And then when you talk about what the other thing you talk about? What else you said?
Education.
The education system.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think he was right what he was doing, but I don't know if he went about it the right way. Because the education system does need to be fixed. Guys.
We
I don't care what
all
nobody
agree
says.
that the education system needs to be fixed.
Yeah. Now, I'm not gonna say he put the right person
But
in there.
that's
I'm
not,
not
what
saying
he,
that.
that's not what he was
But
trying
for
to
him
do.
think that, yeah, I think
That's
that's
What
good.
was it-
that's not what he was trying to do.
with the education system?
Why? What y'all think he's trying to do?
No, we're gonna tell you after you tell us.
Well, to me, the education system is broken. We've been said.
Yeah,
that.
we
Right?
agree with that.
So
We
for-
agree with that,
So
man.
for
We
him, at least seeing that it's a problem, for him at least saying that it's a problem, I think that's a good thing. Now I don't know what he's going to do to fix it because this lady, I don't know what her credentials are.
Okay,
But,
okay. All right. I got a little bit more clarity on this from
Okay.
you. Okay. So I hear you completely now. You're not really concerned about what he was doing as he said it was broken. You're just applauding the fact that he
He
acknowledged that it was broken.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you on that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the truth.
All right.
You know.
I
That's the
got you.
truth.
We all agree that the American education system needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
We agree with
Yeah.
that.
Because there's a high, very high, it's a lot of
A lot of
illiterate
issues.
people,
Yeah.
in America.
But they
you
call
know?
them
And it's not
functionally illiterate.
Mhm,
Get out of here.
mhm. Well, some people said that Trump was like that.
No, there's a
Some
lot of
people
people
said
just call
Trump
him
was
straight
like
up
that.
stupid. A lot of people just call Trump straight up. I mean, this is the first. Well, no. Let me not get carried away with that. I believe George Bush Jr., since I've been alive, George Bush Jr. was the first president that I really heard people call him stupid, like out in public. I'm talking about American
Wasn't
citizens.
he the one that couldn't spell? Well, then again, I'm not going to say anything against spelling because I'm not the greatest speller either. But I think wasn't he the one?
I don't know
Who was
if
the
he
one that put
couldn't
potato
spell.
and spelled potato wrong?
I think that was.
Was that Bush?
I think
That
it
was
was
the Bush, baby Bush.
I don't
I think it
remember.
was.
Maybe we
There's
should
a
call him
dude
Baby
named
Bush.
there's a guy named Frank Caliendo. I believe that's his name. And he does a Bush impression, a Judge W impression, and he just be making up words. That dude is hilarious.
Spot on, huh?
Yeah, he's hilarious because he do the thing that like, and that was the first president. But we have Trump now, and Trump takes it to a whole nother level, bro.
Mhm.
I mean, my
He
man,
done misspelled some words.
he
on-
can't spell.
Yeah, he done misspelled some words.
He don't
I'm not
know
the greatest speller,
geography.
man.
He put it right in X, right on his.
He
You say
lies.
he don't know geography.
He don't know geography. He don't
Like,
know
it's fun-
science
What do you mean he don't know
because they
what do you
gave him
say?
a map and he drew. What did he do? He drew something that wasn't even on the map that didn't belong on the map. I forget what it was he did. He put an X on it, and it was.
Well, like X marks the spot, and that wasn't what his.
I gotta look for. I gotta research it. Next time we come back, I'll have that for you. But he doesn't know geography because he be saying that this city is this one and this. One thing he did was he mixed Greenland with what was Iceland. He mixed Greenland with Iceland. He was like, yeah, we gotta make Greenland a part of America. He said, I don't know what's going on. He said, everybody loved the idea of me, taking Iceland. You never said anything about taking Iceland.
Excellent.
You said Greenland. You get what I'm saying? So his cognitive decline is on full display.
Well, he's like 70-something years old, right?
Close to 80. He'll be 80 this year. I think June 14th he'll
Wow.
be 80.
But see, what
Something's keeping him young. I
Let me
guess.
tell you something. I was talking to a gentleman, man, and he was talking about how he was a Bush lover. I mean, Trump lover, Bush lover. He was a Trump lover, and he didn't see nothing wrong with what Trump did. Nothing.
Nothing.
I'm like,
That's one of them people that Trump never tells a lie.
yeah.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
said-
Those cats.
He said, I tell you what, when Trump came in office, my money was right. I was like, really? I said, so it's all about the money for you?
Some people, yeah.
I said, really? I said, so we got people in this country, and he, believe it or not, he was a foreigner. He ain't from here. He came over legally and got his papers and everything. Now he a legal citizen. But you know what he said?
What'd he say?
I take my money and go back to my country.
He ain't the only one that does that.
They
I
all
know
do it.
he ain't.
They all do it.
But this is
They
what
all
I'm
do it.
saying. Say,
They
come
all do
over. You
So he really don't care.
yeah, he really don't.
He don't
care.
really don't care.
So I said, so
Yeah.
after you leave, what happened to the rest of the people? After you leave, what happened?
What'd he say?
Because I said the health insurance premiums
Mm.
gonna rise.
Mm.
I said economy, no good. It's gonna rise.
It's
you're-
already gone.
But you're gonna be gone
Mhm.
with the money they made here.
Mhm.
You're gonna be gone. So what's gonna happen? He said, I don't want to talk no more. Well, you know what? You got your beliefs, I have mine. I said, okay.
Yeah,
I
because
said,
you
but
put
I
him
want
on the
you to think
spot.
about that.
You
I
put him
want
on
you
the
to
spot.
think it. Yeah, I want you to think about that though.
See, you hit him with a moral question.
Yeah, that's it.
You hit him with a moral
What
question.
happens
And-
when you
and when-
leave?
And that's what I'm seeing a lot about people, even in the body of Christ. Our job is not to run away from problems and situations because they'll become even greater down the road. Sometimes, the Lord will tell you, hey, move away from this. Sometimes it'll hit you, the Spirit will move you. Hey, he'll give you the signs. All right, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. You need to get on up out of here and do this right here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
understandable. But what about the times when he tells you to gird up your loins? What about the time when he tells you to stand still? Don't move.
Yep.
What about the times when he tells you to fight? What about the time when he tells you to move forward, even though the opposition is going to be great? What about those times? And I'm seeing too many people saying that they're fighting for the Lord and they're standing on his word, but then they're backing down and they're running away spiritually. You can't be afraid to hold a conversation with somebody. What is a conversation going to do? You understand what I'm saying? If you come
Depends
into
on who
that
you're talking to.
conversation if you come into that conversation prayed up, if you come into that conversation ready to hear, listen, and interact with the intention of coming to a place of peace, if you come into that conversation with that attitude and that mentality, you should be all right when you leave that conversation. Even if the person gets irate, if the person gets out of hand, you will know, okay, he's getting irate, or she's getting irate, he's getting out of hand, or she's getting out of hand. Let me get on up out of here. You get what I'm saying? And if you don't trust the situation, bring somebody with you. I'm seeing in this country where people are afraid to take a stand. And that's why I applaud the millions of people that are marching, the millions of people that are protesting. I've heard a conversation between a Trump believer and a Trump supporter, and there's a difference. And I didn't even know there was a great difference between the two, because I found out, and we had this conversation many times before, there's a difference between a Republican and a Trump Republican. Now, I was like, well, that's obvious. What's the difference between a Trump believer and a Trump supporter? A Trump believer is that guy that don't believe anything that Trump says or does is wrong. He never lies to them.
Yeah.
A Trump supporter is only going to support him until he hits the facts. When the facts come and it don't line up with what Trump says or does, he is gone. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
That's happening a lot.
That's happening. You're right. That's happening right now a lot. We did a whole segment where we just had to give people their props because they finally woke up.
Yeah.
Right. They came out of the sleepwalking.
That's right.
So when you get to that point where you see that this is happening, these people are taking a stand, man. They're boycotting. The boycotts are working. One thing that rich people don't like to do is lose money. You know, that becomes a moral question. What would you do for money? I remember that old song, right?
For Klondike Bar,
what would you? What would you do for money? What would you do for money?
No, it's what people do for money.
Well, well, we just made it. What would you do?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
I remember what would you do for a Klondike Bar? Remember that one?
That was a great commercial. I love that commercial. But that's where we at in society today. And I think that the answer is coming out a little bit more clearer. We want to change into a way that is more respectable, because right now America is a laughing stock.
It is
based on our government being run.
I
mean, you got foreign nations telling outright jokes on America.
Yeah.
Foreigners. You got third world countries laughing at America.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before in my life.
I've heard some people say that America is becoming a third world
We are.
country.
Yeah, I prophesied that about 10, 20 years ago, something like that. I said that we're going to be turning into a third world nation, and we are there.
Yeah,
We are there.
because it's fighting
are there.
amongst our own.
So let me ask y'all this before we get up out of here.
Yeah, hurry up. You got 3 minutes.
The moral issue is not going to go away anytime soon, right?
Nope.
So let me ask you this question. How do you see it ending?
For me, right quick. For me, I see it it's going to be a long, hard fight, which has already started.
Right.
The fight has already started. With
Been
the
going
protests
on, right?
and everything. So, but I think the people will prevail, because time and time again, I mean, in this country, because we was once there before, and
Good point.
it's going full circle again.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of the blacks, now it's the foreigners, the immigrants. You know what I mean?
Good
Instead of the
point.
Jews-
Good point.
Look, instead of the Jews, it's the immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is, man, we just, if we could stick together as people,
Mm-hmm.
not white, black, as human
People,
beings,
yeah.
citizens of the United States. What the government failed to realize is this administration, we handle what we handle.
Mm-hmm.
We prevail. Ultimately, we are the people.
Mm-hmm.
It says right there, Constitution, we are the people.
We the people.
Yep, we the people, right?
And where'd you at, Rob? You get the last word.
Man, I don't got time to.
You got to
get
go
into
ahead.
it. Okay, this is my thing, right? The Spanish people. I just want to talk about this. The Spanish people that ICE is going after right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're saying, well, black people, why ain't y'all helping us? Right.
Okay.
But is it our fight? Is that our fight? Or when we were over there marching and stuff like that, and our people were getting killed, what that was our fight? Is this our fight? That's all. It's a question. It's not a statement.
Okay.
Is this our fight?
Well, we did warn them.
No. Whose fight is this? Is it our fight?
We're part of the fight.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
part,
We're
of,
part
the
of the
fight.
fight.
Well, let's fight then.
I would say.
Yeah, we're part.
I would say that. Yep,
Okay.
we're part of the fight.
Yeah,
So
but-
on that note,
Nope, yep.
on that note, good question, Rob. But for Ronald
Yeah.
McConaughey, Rob, Lil Lion,
Matt.
Sean, that's Matt over there. I'm Sean
With
Wilson.
the polo hat, chilling.
Yeah. I'm Sean Wilson, and this is Open Up Forum. We'll see you next week. Peace.